So these are the original city gates to the city. Now, they say that the pillars used to be wood and then they had to redo them into stone, but this is the original pillars, the original entrance to the city.
Okay, so we're walking, this is
St. George
Street
in St. Augustine's, and it's early morning, so we like to come before the crowds get busy because it does get crowded on this street. This is the street with all the restaurants and everything. Oh, look, Prohibition Kitchen. We ate there last night. Great stores to browse. Yep, Five and Dime, Earthbound. Great stores just to go in and out, spend a little time.
So here's one of the best deals in town. I think if you like cigars and you like to have a beer and a cigar, this is $8.99. You get a beer and a cigar. So how can you beat that? This place has a great deal. And since I've been here before, I would recommend this place.
One of the things about St. Augustine are there's a lot of bums. I have to say that's one of the most surprising things when you come here. Apparently the city lets them stay on the street and beg. So,
a lot of areas that's not allowed.
Morning.
In the,
yeah, especially in the tourist district.
Tourist area, yeah.
But there are a lot here. And unfortunately, it seems like yesterday we saw one guy who was kind of running the bums. So he was the guy that was going by and collecting what they collected up and asking them how they're doing. Like as far as making money goes, if they're having a good day. So that's kind of actually a bit disheartening. Because this is what they're saying that the town looked like in 1764. So over on this side there, that's the fort. And then this is how wide the town was. What, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks wide only. And this Indian and his wife from Spain lived here. And they were born in a Spanish mission village, moved into St. Augustine. So they were actually living here in this village. So we didn't eat here this time, but this is called the St. George Restaurant, and we ate here on our last trip, and phenomenal. Highly, highly recommended, but you do have to get reservations. So make sure you do that. And it is right outside the city gates. So these are the original city gates to the city. Now, they say that the pillars used to be wood and then they had to redo them into stone, but this is the original pillars, the original entrance to the city. And we're coming up here on the outside of the St. George Inn, which is a place that we stayed. And it's this pink building. And it is also right next to the city gates. And then here, which would have been right outside the city gates, is one of the St. Augustine cemeteries. So makes sense. They didn't want to bury people within the city gates. So this is from outside the city gates. And one of the tombs right here is from the person was born in 1818 and died in 1879. Godfrey Foster was the person's name. Oh, this person was only 5 years old when they died. Life expectancy, not so long back then. They didn't have all the medicines we have and everything. looking from the outside in the original city gates. So this were the original city gates to the thing. There would have been wood here that was closed and people watching them, so that you couldn't have people getting into the city without the permission of the city. And then this comes right down to now what is St. George Street, which is now closed off, but it used to be just a dirt road, of course. So these are the original city gates. Apparently this is the Tover House, and the Tover House is actually the oldest house in St. Augustine. But what makes it interesting is that it actually was only built in 1763, and it was built by a British person because when the British came and conquered St. Augustine from the Spanish, they burned the town down. So there's no buildings that remain from the 1600s. So this was actually a British infantryman, Jose Tovar, lived here and built this house, and this is now the oldest house in St. Augustine. Then it went back to the Spanish, and a surgeon lived here, and a Civil War general lived here, so a whole bunch of people. So this is the Gonzalez Alvarez house, and this is actually the oldest house, so pan that way. And it was next to the Tovar house. And it says here that it was built in 1702, and it was originally a one-story rectangle with 2 rooms. And it was again built by the British after the Spanish had burnt down the place. So the 1 story, so you can see that the 2nd story was probably added with the wood structure later on.
Those look good. Oh wait, here, look. Here, these are it. All right, there we go. That's me. There we go. Oh, here we go. Dogs have owners, cats have staff.
Oh, so this is the Columbia restaurant. We took a picture of it. Mm-hmm. And we didn't come in here because we had one of these, actually the original, in Tampa by the cigar factories. But if you are in St. Augustine and you have a chance, the food's amazing. Even their 1905 salad is great.
One of our favorites.
One of our favorites. They have a Cuban, which is delicious. And so the recipes go all the way back. You can see the restaurant since 1905, and the recipes go all the way back that far, and they do a really great job. Oh, and don't forget to get a white sangria while you're there.
Oh yeah, the white sangria are the best.
The best.
For sure. Okay, what is this? Prayer chain.
So it's a prayer chain, so you can write down any prayer that you want to put up here, and then it just stays up here. Is that cool?
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so.
And there's the overflow down there, look at that. Overflow.
Yeah.
You gonna write your prayer?
So, yeah. I did a prayer because this is what I like, and I want for everybody to have world peace and happiness for everybody, and love and joy. If we had tolerance for each other and and appreciation for each other and patience with each other, we would have a better place. So that's my prayer.
Oh,
Right here.
oh, that's so nice.
I could sit around and wait all day. You lay easy on my mind, like a candle I just burn away.